I'm going to do a video today, the difference between understanding and ignorance. I've done videos about knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to a small degree, and integrity in the past, and you can see those videos on my channel. I really want to get into this. I'm going to read a lot of scriptures and give a lot of evidence. At the end, I'm going to tie it all together in a very concise way so you can really understand the difference between understanding and knowledge and wisdom, and how understanding is essential to the process, and how integrity can come in, whether it's through God's process or whether it's through an impartation. Let's get on with it, because there's a lot of scriptures I got to go through. This is 1 Kings chapter 3, first verse 9, then verse 11. This is Solomon speaking, King Solomon. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people? So right there, he's asking for an understanding heart. Not a wise or knowledgeable necessarily, we'll get to that, but an understanding, that he might discern between good and evil, or good and bad. Okay, that's what he's asking for. And in verse 11, God said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and has not asked for long life, neither has I asked riches, neither have you asked for the life of your enemies, but has asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. So right here, God answers him and says, hey, because you want understanding to discern between good and evil, because you want understanding so that you can truly discern, God has respect. So right there, right off the bat, it's putting the word understanding right next to the word discern, also between good and evil. Okay? It's important to understand that. And then really quickly, 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 29. And God gave Solomon wisdom and understanding exceedingly much, and largeness of heart, even as the sand is on the seashore. So God gave Solomon wisdom and understanding and largeness of heart. Okay? It's very important you understand that scripture with regard to understanding. Okay? So I'm going to get into that later regarding Solomon. Now, I want to get into the scriptures. I'm going to start with Exodus, and we're going to go down because we need to do a real concise understanding of what understanding is. This is Exodus 31, and I'm sorry if there's going to be a lot of scriptures. If you don't like this, that's fine. The thing is we have to search to study to show ourselves approved. I've done this work, and you could just watch a video and get it for free. Very fast, very easy. Or you can do the searching yourself. It's up to you. I mean, I know that this is a lot to take in, but this is one of the reasons that Christ Church is not effective. Because what is happening here, we don't do it. Okay? And this is Exodus 31, chapter 3, or verse 3. And I have filled him with the Spirit of God, in wisdom, and in understanding, and in knowledge, and in all manner of workmanship. So it's separating all three. But it's saying all three are from the Spirit of God: wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. But then what it's doing is separating them, because I don't want people to say understanding is wisdom. It's not. It's different. Okay? This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding. Okay, now this is Deuteronomy 4:6. Make sure you listen to this. Keep therefore and do. Keep and do. For this is your wisdom and your understanding. So keeping is more of wisdom, and doing is more of understanding. So right there, separating a little bit. It's saying if you keep it, that's wise. But if you do it, that's understanding. Okay? So it's making a small distinction there. This is Job chapter 12, verse 20. He removeth away the speech of the trusty, and taketh away the understanding of the aged. So right there, it's attributing understanding with having age. And there's something I want to read real quick. This is Hebrews chapter 5, verse 14. That's also attributing understanding to age. And this is Paul the Apostle, or not Paul, I think this is Peter actually, but it's Hebrews. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of their use lifetime learning, have their senses exercised. The word exercise means it's not handed to you. You got to do it. You got to do the work to discern both good and evil. And I hope I already showed in the King Scriptures that to discern between good and evil is understanding. So right here, the writer of the book of Hebrews is clearly saying understanding is strong meat to them who are full of age, who by reason of their use have all their senses exercised and have learned through by exercising. So it's taking, what that's doing is taking understanding and putting it on a completely different level. Almost the level of an old man who's lived it and who's done it and who knows it, and he's a man of understanding. It's putting understanding above wisdom, way above it, if you really know the truth. But we're going to get into that. I think I left off on Job 39, Job 39:17. Because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. So right there it's saying God stopped her from receiving wisdom, and he also hasn't imparted to her understanding. So with the case of King Solomon, understanding was imparted. And God could be talking about that here. But what I'm trying to separate is that wisdom is more of a process of being on this earth, and basically there's a learning process within wisdom, but I think understanding is more of a quickening. You have to learn it, just like I read in Hebrews, but it's more of a quickening. It's more of like, yeah, you've learned it, so now quick it. Do you understand? It's like God looks, and if he sees you learn wisdom and you've obeyed and you've done the right thing, he'll quicken to you understanding, okay? And that doesn't mean that God just quickens understanding. If you don't have wisdom, good luck if God ever enlightens you to understanding. It won't happen, okay? This is Proverbs 3:19. The Lord, by wisdom, hath founded the earth. By understanding, he has established the heavens. That's as clear as it gets. Proverbs 3:19. The Lord, by wisdom, has founded the earth. By understanding, he has established the heavens. So the heavens are higher than the earth. The whole process is different. Just like understanding is higher than wisdom, okay? And we're going to get into why this matters. Proverbs 24, verse 3. Through wisdom is a house built, and by understanding it is established. Once again, one's higher than the other. To be established is a lot more honorable than to build something, okay? Proverbs 5, verse 1. My son, attend unto wisdom, and bow thy ear to my understanding. So here, it's basically saying, attend to wisdom. Focus on it. Be sober about it. But regarding understanding, bow. It's basically saying, look, this is a level, and I'm going to get into a lot more, but I'm going to leave that towards the end, because there's a lot of scriptures. It's basically saying, go ahead and be one who learns. But when it comes to the understanding that I've achieved, and that I'm going to give to you, and that I'm going to impart to you, go ahead and bow. Because that's a higher level, okay? But let's keep going. Proverbs 9:10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Okay? And that's where I talked about the knowledge between good and evil in the King's verses. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy. Holy. Like heaven? The difference between earth and heaven? Difference between building a house and establishing it? Okay? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. So it's attributing right there understanding with the knowledge of the holy, a spiritual, something that's established, something that's heavenly.